I think you're amazing.
You are too, Henry.
Thank you so much. Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you, what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. And I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. It's such an honor to be here with you today, and I want to start by saying thank you so much for taking this opportunity to be on the show today. We have such a fantastic and phenomenal guest. Today, our guest is William Smooth Wardlaw. To me, he is a very talented, gifted singer who carries the legacy of the late Luther Vandross, and we love Luther Vandross. Luther Relives is an experience unlike any other. The look, the sound will literally take you there. And you will not be disappointed if you just so happen to attend one of Luther Relives experiences. Thank you, William, for being on the show today, or Smooth, as you said, Smooth.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I wanted to tell you that, or to let the audience know that about a couple of years ago, I was doing something. Maybe I was cleaning the house, and then I went on YouTube and I typed up Luther Vandross songs. And then, of course, Luther was singing and all that. But in between that, William was singing, and I couldn't tell the difference between the voices after I went back and looked. So I hope that's a huge compliment to you that you not only resemble Luther Vandross, you not only sound like him, but also everything that you do as it relates to Luther Vandross, your stage presence, your mannerisms, everything about you. I just want to tell you personally that you do it with excellence.
Well, first of all, thank you. And anytime I can get that comparison of a great singer as phenomenal as he was, I take that as a big old compliment. So thank you so much.
Well, that's good. Well, there's a lot of people that try to, imitate Michael Jackson or Luther or Whitney Houston. And I was telling a friend the other day, because I told him you would be on the show. I said, I'm not being critical, but they don't got it. I said, this guy that's doing Luther Vandross, you have it. Because not only do I hear you singing, I actually can feel your singing. And I think you'll know the difference between those, but because you do such a great job. But my first question I want to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how did all this singing? Have you always been a singer?
Well, yes, I have. I started when I was a young kid, I always wanted to be a singer. Um, Looking at Michael Jackson, grew up with Michael Jackson, and before I started the Luther uh, thing, I was doing Michael Jackson because my voice was so high.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the first singer that I really adored as a kid. So I followed him, and then as I got older, my voice started to mature. And when I was in high school, I was in a lot of choirs, and a lot of people said that I sound like Michael Jackson turning into Luther. Because I used to sing his songs. And then, like I said, once I got to an age where my voice matured, I started getting into more Luther songs because he was one of my favorites as well. And so I was like, maybe I need to pursue this thing here.
Yeah.
And so I did. And um, so to make a long story short, I started performing in clubs around the area where I live in. Reside in Alexandria, Virginia back then. I grew up in Alexandria, Virginia. But I started to travel and performing at various clubs. And one particular clubs uh, that was called the Classics in Maryland, where I used to perform at. That's where I met my manager, Mr. Dejanel Boykins, and we've been linked up since. And it's been about we've been knowing each other for 20 something years, going on 30 years. But we started as Luther Vandross Relives in 2010. Yeah,
Ooh,
2000.
so it's been about 13, 14 years now.
Yes. So it's been a great experience, and people has been really enjoying the show that we produce, and I'm glad to be doing it, and I'm just gonna keep doing it till the wheels fall off, which I
Yeah.
hope is like longevity.
Well, I believe when it comes to the what you're doing as far as carrying on the legacy of Luther am I right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
my thing is that when we first pursued this, I have my own style of singing, and I also write and do original songs. But it's just every time I sing, everybody just say, "Well, you sound like Luther.
hmm
Why don't you do a tribute show?" And it's been working. It's
That's
been
good.
working. So
That's good. And
yeah.
you do a wonderful job too. So, um, knowing about your history and how your singing started, uh, what inspired you to want to carry the legacy of Luther Vandross? Those are some big shoes to fill. That'll be like somebody carrying Whitney Houston, You do such a great job at it. So what motivated you? What inspired you? Was it just because you liked him or his music?
What inspired me to do the Luther tribute, or Luther itself, was because he's a phenomenal singer,
hmm
and the people really did it for me. They motivated me to do Luther. Uh, I mean, I know I sound and sing and look like him, but like I said, I do other things too. I do my original stuff, but I got to go what the people want. Give what the people what they want, and that's what I've been doing. So I've been having very success with doing it, and I want to continue on, and it's been very motivating for me as well as our band. And so we do such a good job with them presenting the show. So we want to continue on, and people miss Luther. I mean, who doesn't miss Luther?
Yeah,
So I guess it's my job to carry the torch right now
yeah.
to continue on the legacy of a great singer as Luther Vandross.
And he most certainly was a great singer, and so are you as
Well,
well.
thank you.
At this time, we're going to take a short break. I want to play maybe like a 20, 30-second clip of one of Luther's relives experiences, and we'll be right back.
Move a little closer to me. You owe it to yourself, and I will selfishly take a little for myself, yeah. And it's because of you, because the love won't let me wait. Not another minute, baby, my baby.
Um, Welcome back. We really hope you enjoyed that video. That was a Luther Relives concert experience. And just imagine it watching it behind the stream, but also can you even imagine being at one in person? So, what are some of the common response that you get from people who have heard you for the first time?
Oh my goodness. It's like they, first of all,
I,
it's
I was
love.
blown away, to be honest with you.
Well, I get that a lot. Even before I hit the first note, once I appear, everybody's gasping because they say I look like them so much. So it's like they've seen a ghost. So I get that reaction all the time. It's funny to me, but I can understand though because it's like, wow, that's Luther right there.
Yeah.
He looks just like him. And you can just hear it throughout the crowd, even before I hit the first note. So it's funny to me. So, I like, wow, this is cool. And so when I first start singing, it's like, man, oh my goodness, can't believe I'm actually listening to Luther.
The
And so
people,
I get that all the time.
the people on the front row be passing out when you say, "You
Oh,
still in love."
oh Lord, let me tell you something here. If I was the real deal, boy, I tell you. But you know what? It's a good reaction. And like
Yeah.
I said, as long as they love what I do, I'm happy.
So what is it's called Luther Relives. As we bring the show to a close, what does that actually mean, Luther Relives?
Luther relives is mainly is that it's like reincarnating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just reincarnating to show that if anyone has ever attended a Luther show, uh, I'm as close as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So that's why we call it relives, because everything that he's done in a concert, we're doing it the same way. So
Awesome. For more information about Luther Relives, you can visit www.smoothsings.com. That's www.smooth, sings, SINGS. That's all together.com. You can see their upcoming events, learn a lot about William and his carrying on the legacy of Luther Vandross. And once again, I want to say thank you so much. Don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing such a wonderful job. And I am very impressed by your work. And as I told you in our phone call previous to this interview, the world needs to know about you.
well, I appreciate you and appreciate you for inviting me to your show. And I'm just hoping everyone would come and see the show. It's a phenomenal show. And also, can I add on that they can go on to lutherrelives.com as well.
Okay. Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. And I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having me.